Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Rashika, and in today's video we're gonna talk about solidifying love in your 30s. You know what I mean? There's so many times where as women we get this thing about like our biological clock and we need to be married and have a husband and all these things, but it doesn't always work out the way you think it's gonna work out. So let's history. I'll calm down eventually. Fall back eventually. So love in your 30s. So when I was younger, I always thought by 25 I'm gonna be married, have like 2 or 3 kids, and we're just gonna be building a life together and it's gonna be great. That's what I thought, truthfully. Clearly that's not how it works out, because to be honest, there's a saying that says when man a plan, God a wipe. So you can plan and have all these plans for your life, but if God don't see it fit and if God don't think you ready, it's not gonna work. And that's the truth. So when I was in my 20s, I just always thought like, yes, this is gonna be great. Guys, that's not how it worked out, obviously. That's not how it worked out at all. And I feel like I needed to go through those things to be able to appreciate what I have now, truthfully. I even remember, I don't know if my mom remembers this or not, but I remember, I think I was like 16, maybe 17. And obviously, growing up in like a Christian home, you're told like, no, there's no boyfriends, no this, study a book, go to church, study a Bible. And I remember I wrote my mom this elaborate letter, explaining to her how there's this boy at school that likes me and I like him too. And he asked me to be his girlfriend. Is it okay if I can have a boyfriend? And my mom was pretty much like, no. She was pretty much like, girl, no, girl, bye, no. And in hindsight, thinking back, I wasn't ready for no boyfriend. I wasn't, but and I eventually dated that guy. We dated for a few years, honestly, and I really thought, yes, this is gonna be my husband. It's gonna be great. No. Who am I kidding? Little did I know there's so much more to life. There's so much more life to be lived. Went to college. We still dated in college. But it didn't work out. It didn't work out. And for good reason, obviously. And looking back, I shouldn't have been I shouldn't have been in that relationship in the first place. You know what I mean? I'm also very big on culture, and I'm very big on like wanting to raise my kids in the Jamaican culture, because growing up, that was like the best time of my life. It was so good. You know what I mean? So I want my kids to be able to be rich in the Jamaican culture, not just know about it, not just, oh yeah, my mom's Jamaican. No. I want them to be able to like experience those things and just realize that there's so much to life outside of the US and be cultured and all those things. So fast forward, I'm in college now, dating somebody else. Even we dated into even after college, and I'm like, okay, we grown now. This is about to be it. No, was not it. And then dating my son's father, we were engaged and everything, and I'm like, okay, all right. And funny enough, even when we know better, for some reason as women, we think we can fix everything. We think we can fix everybody. We think that we can, do the things to make everything work out. And first of all, we shouldn't even have to do that. We should never have to do that. So, no. So, now being in a relationship, obviously I'm married. And me and my husband were just friends. We talked on the phone almost every day. Super platonic, deep conversations about things that I've never even told anybody, things that I've never even like considered asking in a relationship or being asked in a relationship. Those deep provoking questions that you need to ask but you avoid it. And that friendship, and it's so crazy because every time I've ever had conversations with like married couples, and they give advice about what keeps their marriage going, it's usually along the lines of being friends. It's usually along the lines of like, you have to like your partner. You have to be friends with your partner. You have to want to hang out with your partner. You have to be able to have conversations with your partner and not feel judged or feel inadequate or any of those things. And honestly, I just never thought I'd be at a place in life where I can truly say my husband is my best friend. Like we can talk about anything, and he has this word. He's like, oh, we don't argue. We have, what is the word he used? Intense fellowship. We have some intense fellowships. And to be honest, they never end in like any disrespect. They never, and we always make up, because at the end of the day, that's my partner, that's my husband, that's my friend. And I just never thought that I would get to this place because, like I said, I thought by 25, Rashika would be married with some kids and living life. You know what I mean? So to now be almost 33 and find myself in such deep love, such unconditional love, such like just gentle love. It's such a blessing. It's so, I'm so grateful. And I know he probably watches this and is like, oh babe. Because to be honest, I'm also a very tough exterior kind of girl. I'm not really soft girly girl all the time. But I think we definitely complement each other. And I just want to put it out there that like, as women, we put this thing on ourselves to rush and feel like life is passing us by, and feel like if I don't do this now, I'm never gonna get married. If I don't find somebody and just have a baby now, I'm never gonna do it. And then the biological clock keep like ticking, and you feel like you have to just pounce on whatever comes your. You do not. Because a lot of times you see situations where people think they've found the one and they're married and they stay married because of the kids and all these things, and then later in life they find like their true love. And I don't know, maybe some people might think that's like fairy tale or storybook or whatever, but I do genuinely feel like there's somebody out there for everyone. I genuinely feel like there's a person for everybody. So don't rush yourself into something that is just not for you. There's also a saying that says, what is wafia can't unfeel, which means if it's for you, if it's destined for you, it'll be for you regardless of what life throws at you, regardless of what happens. And that's good and bad. Truthfully, that's good and bad. So don't let anybody rush you into anything. Don't let anybody convince you that you need to rush into something in your 20s. Honestly, your 20s, that's when you're supposed to be discovering yourself. That's when you're supposed to be, enjoying life. That's when you're supposed to be traveling. That's when you're supposed to be selfish. And I mean, that looks different for everybody, truthfully. You know, we're not all the same. That's life. But I think 20s is when you need to like take your time and enjoy life and travel and just do what you got to do. And then in your 30s now you kind of settle down. You're like, all right, let me ease into this. Let me find my footing. Let me, you know, be on that grown woman thing or that grown man thing. And it feels different. It definitely feels different. The maturity level in itself is something, you know, unmatched. So don't rush into it. Don't let everybody rush you into anything at all. And just know that like your person will come. Your person will come. Truthfully, your person will come. And also pray about it. Pray about it. Because I did that for a minute. I was like, you know what? Because it just was not working out. Like, I just feel like I was wasting time, wasting my energy. And then I've also turned into like more of a homebody, I feel like, where I am just not interested in going to the club. I'm not interested in hanging out at a bar. I'm not interested in any of those things. I'm more interested in staying home. So, but you'll figure it out. Just don't let anybody rush you, because honestly, so finding love, like true love, is such a beautiful thing. When you found the person that like caters to your needs and like takes care of you mentally, emotionally, it's a different feeling. And I don't think, had I found my husband in my 20s, I don't think I would have appreciated him as much as how I do right now, truthfully. So don't let anybody rush you into thinking that you have to like hurry up and find somebody. And I mean, if that's what you want, then you put in the effort, you put in the time, and you pray about it, and you ask God for what it is that you want. But if you don't feel like you're ready, then don't let anybody rush you into it. Is all I'm saying. So the long story short, my man. But don't let anybody force you or push you into thinking that you have to rush into a relationship just because you feel like you're biological. Plus, it's the 21st century, honey. People are having kids at 50. So if you're rushing into something because you feel like you need to hurry up and have a baby, you don't need to rush, girl. Science is at work, okay? So with that being said, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Please continue to support. If you're watching and you're not already subscribed, don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment. Tell me about your story. Tell me about when did you find your true love and what that was like for you. Just drop a comment. Let me know. Also, always feel free to drop a comment, suggestions for the type of videos that you want to hear. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. All right? Once again, it's your girl Rashika, aka Ro. You already know Mrs. Kelly. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.